Hi, my name is John Wilson. This is my friend Royce Sages. This is my sales demonstration video. I will be representing Sages & Co., a landscaping firm in Jupiter, Florida. My friend Royce here will be representing Bill Caldwell of the Greenfield Group. He is a property manager in Jupiter. He represents 6 different properties. He has a family with 2 children. He's a big Gator basketball fan. Currently, his boss of the Greenfield Group has noticed a rapid decline in the quality of the landscape at the Jupiter Medical Center. Royce is responsible for the landscaping company there, so all of those issues with the landscaping are falling directly onto him. He has contacted me in hopes to find a remedy to this solution, which includes issues with curb appeal, weeds growing rampantly at the property, and even trees dying. So my solution will be to offer some landscape design to help increase the curb appeal of the property. We will also provide maintenance on this design. My assigned handling objection strategies are the feel, felt, found, and the case history. My assigned closing strategy is the assumption strategy.
Hi, how you doing?
How's it going? My name is John Wilson. I'm a sales associate here at Sages & Co.
I'm Bill Cohen.
Nice to meet you. I'm really glad you had a chance to come down to our office and actually meet in person. Yeah, thanks so much for meeting me down here. I understand you're busy this weekend. I heard you're a big Gator basketball fan.
Oh yeah, I am. Actually, I'm going down over to Arlington with my wife and kids. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a Gator alumni. I just graduated with an ISE degree from there not too long ago.
Well, wow, same.
That's great. So I know you guys reached out to us over the phone about some landscaping issues at the Jupiter Medical Center. Do you know anything about Sages & Company, or how'd you hear of us?
I only heard of you guys through recommendation of a friend, through a friend. I've actually never seen any of your work though.
Okay. Well, just to give you a brief overview of our company, we've been around for 10 plus years. We've done hundreds of residential homes here, and we've recently started getting into the the general business complexes, such as hotels and hospitals around the area. I've just started working for the company about a year ago. Like I mentioned before, I'm a Gator alumni. I graduated with a sales minor from the College of Engineering as well.
Okay.
My specialty here is actually some of the computer-aided design work.
Okay.
So we can give you a great idea, a picture of what your property is going to look like after our work.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because I know that's a big issue with a lot of these other landscaping companies when they can't provide that opportunity for you to envision what your property is going to look like. So tell me a little bit about some of the problems that are going on at your property. You mentioned some over the phone, but
Okay, well, currently, the company I'm going through right now, their maintenance is not very good. I have a ton of dead palm trees, and I have a like weeds in the sidewalk, and it's gotten so bad that actually the foundation of the sidewalk is coming out because of the weeds and other like roots, and just general, it's just a mess.
Okay, so just general lack of curb appeal. And all right.
Exactly.
And this is at the Jupiter Medical Center, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, I have prepared a presentation if you'd like me to proceed and give you my sales pitch as to why Sages & Co. is your best solution.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, great. All right, so I'm going to take you through this PowerPoint that I've prepared for you.
Okay, that sounds great.
So this is the property that you have maintenance issues with, correct?
Yes.
All right, great. So let me just tell you a little bit about some of the features of Sages & Co. So one of the unique things about our company, which will benefit you greatly, is we have multiple divisions of teams.
Okay.
So I myself am in charge of the design team, where we're going through our computer-aided design programs, rendering, drawings, and other things that will help you visualize how your property might look after we implement a solution.
Okay.
And then we also have a team that's separate from that, and they are actually in charge of the landscape care. And the benefit of having these separate divisions is that it allows us to have like highly specialized employees instead of just an average Joe that might be okay at either one. We are the top of the line in both divisions. And this ensures that your design's going to have great, aesthetically pleasing. It's very efficient. From my industrial engineering background, I ensure that we don't blow up your sidewalks with root systems and other issues like that. And then our guys that are on the actual maintenance team are very trained and balanced at the balancing fertilizers and pesticide solutions that you might be need to implement, especially down in South Florida. There might be a big bug problem. We want to keep your plants healthy and alive. So, not sure if you believe me on all that, but I do have some proof here.
That'd be great.
So these are some of our residential properties that we've worked at before. As you can see, we have a nice pathway here from our design team. Everything's out of the way so that you can still, especially at hospitals and stuff, you might have elderly people, you don't want them tripping. Issues with plants and root systems getting in the way. So clearly none of that's a problem. The plants are full of life. Our landscape care division just does a phenomenal job of keeping these plants healthy, growing, and particularly interesting is our design team actually works collaboratively with the other team to ensure that the plants that we're putting in there can thrive in this environment. So this is one of our residential homes. Another one we did was a similar property to yours, which was a hospital walkway.
Okay.
We can also budget in outsource contracts for implementation of new sidewalks or new pathways, that whatever you want to do to change the entire landscape of your property, which is a great thing for property managers like yourself, so you don't have to worry about finding another team to do that. We have guys who we are readily in contact with and they'll be very available. So how did some of these properties compare to the current status of your landscape?
These are much better than my property right now.
Great, that's what I like to hear.
Nice mention.
So based on this information, are you ready to go with us to pick out some flowers from the nursery and get us ready to implement our solution for you?
Well, you seem like a great fit for what I'm looking for, but I'm just not 100% on whether you're the correct move or not.
So you'd like me to continue with more information?
Yes, that'd be great.
All right. So another important feature of Sage & Co. is our absolute professionalism and flexible hours. I know it's going to be very important working at a facility such as the Jupiter Medical Center to make sure that we're not inconveniencing patients and people that are doing very important medical procedures there. So what we can do as a team is offer times that are more convenient for the hospital to have large work done, such as putting in new trees, tearing old stuff out. It's going to be noisy. It's not exactly what you need when you're sick and trying to recover when you need sleep. So our guys have, we can come talk to the hospital staff, convene on what the best times. I'm thinking either late in the afternoon so that no one's really going to sleep yet and it's minimal traffic for the hospital so our trucks won't block the road, and just make it as convenient as possible for you all. Another important thing is that we will always make sure our employees are in uniform, look clean, our equipment's always top of the line, clean. We have company trucks because it's going to be very important to have high security at places like that. You don't want just random people with chainsaws running around. So it's going to be very beneficial for you. It's just more aesthetically pleasing to the patients as well when you see a more maintained crew. And we can also offer times when we will work on small projects within the one large project. So we don't need to be out there all at one day making a ton of noise. We can do it little chunks at a time and make it more convenient. So when we do that though, we pay our employees on off hours. So it might be a tad more expensive, but I can prove to you with a value analysis that it's going to be beneficial in the long run.
Okay, that'd be great.
So as you see here, this is our value analysis. I know my biggest competitors in the area, De Alessandro and Blakely and Associates, both great guys, but I believe Sages & Co. is just top of the line. So here you can see I've outlined some of the cost and what we can offer. As far as landscape design, plant installation, our weekly maintenance, which will run about 50 visits a year or once a week. All also how you're going to be saving money from losing patients who are sick of going to an unsightly hospital that looks bad from the outside, might be scarier. They're going to take their outpatient procedures elsewhere. Also on here is flower replacement, mulch supply, our fertilizer and pesticide offerings, and then our totals. So companies like De Alessandro and Blakely and Associates are a little smaller than Sages & Co. De Alessandro can't offer you the landscape design, which you, I think, desperately need.
I need that, yes.
Okay, so that pretty much rules them out from the beginning. Also, Blakely and Associates isn't gonna do your fertilizer and pesticides treatment in-house. So their bottom line is really skewed because that is going to be an additional cost that you're going to have to hire a separate company to come out and do those pesticides. So on the forefront, it's going to look like our company is way more expensive, but in reality, over the long. So from this value analysis, would you agree that Sages & Co. is a superior value compared to the competition?
Yeah, I see how it could save you money in the long run.
Okay. Well, based on that evidence, would you like to schedule our first visit for our maintenance?
Not quite. I still have a couple concerns.
Okay. So now that we've gone over the value analysis, I understand that you do still have some objections. So let's see if we can talk through some of them right now.
Yeah, I do actually. My first objection is that in the past with other maintenance crews, patients have been afraid of or gotten scared from seeing a man walk around with a chainsaw through the property. Is there any way you can help prevent that?
So ideally, your primary concern would be the well-being of your patients, making sure that everything's aesthetically pleasing as far as the crew goes. And I think that would also be a safety issue, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, because you don't want random people walking around.
Exactly.
Okay, so I understand why you feel that way. Other people have felt that way in the past about crews. But what I found from my experience at Sages & Co. is that our extremely well-kept equipment and uniforms help easily identify the staff. One of the abilities that we can offer to you is maybe provide some kind of identification system with lanyards or something of that nature, so that hospital staff, I know you guys have a security guard on duty at all times, make it a little more readily available to identify our crew. So do you think that would satisfy those needs, or would you need a little more coercion into believing that?
No, I think that should solve my problem.
Okay. So now that we've broke through that security issue, what else is bothering you about this plan?
Well, as you know, once the design has gone into effect, the changes are very permanent. I was really hoping for some more time to figure out, to make sure I want the trees exactly where those are in your design, or maybe I want more bushes. I just would like more time to think about it.
Okay, so your biggest issue is that trees are very permanent. You do understand you're going to put a lot of money and resources into the actual plan, so I understand why you'd feel that way about making such a permanent decision. So a way that we can address that problem is our crews can offer removal and do that all ahead of time, so that you don't have to actually make a permanent decision on the design work yet. And then you and I can work on the design process while our crews are removing stuff throughout the week. So we can start out with a blank slate, and you don't have to rush to any conclusions. And like I said before, we can offer those removals at times in the late afternoon, so that it doesn't affect too much of the business hours at the hospital. So do you think that would be something you'd be interested in, working with me separately and taking a little more time to decide?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. So now that we've gone over all of your objections, I'd really like to wrap this meeting up. Do you have any more questions?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Okay. So just to summarize everything for you, here's our chart again. You will get our removal, our weekly maintenance, our fertilizer, pesticides, and landscape design, all for $13,500 per year. So the contract that we'll write up for you will be a one-year deal, obviously, so that you can choose to resign us if you believe our work is of the value, which I'm sure you will find is to be fair. So with that, you'll get also initially our weed removal to clean up the property and fix all the current damages to the trees that have been left running about while your other landscaper was slacking off. So this is a model of our computer-aided design that me and you will work through to ensure that you have a fair amount of time to understand what you're signing up for with the property, making sure that you like the placement of all the trees, and that we can make this a permanent solution to your guys' issue.
That's great.
So, with that being said, seeing that you're so interested in working with us, do you think you're ready to just sign today?
I think so.
All right, great. So we have a contract written up right here. If we could just get your initials and signature down at the bottom, we can go ahead and start removing on Monday.
Okay, that sounds great.
Thank you very much.